your boy Shaun, and today I want to introduce a new series I like to call Track Weapons. In this series we'll talk about track focused cars. This way we can differentiate these limited production cars with the hypercars. You read the title, you've seen the thumbnail, so you know this first episode is going to be about the brand new Porsche 935, a track only tribute to the 935/78, aka the Moby Dick, a name given to it by the fans because of its elongated design and its primary white color. And with the iconic Martini livery, this car oozes legendary Porsche. This new 935 was unveiled last year at Porsche Renault Sports Reunion at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. This is going to be a limited production track car with only 77 units at a price of $800,000, with deliveries coming out this year, so it's safe to say that this car has already sold out. And I know what you're thinking, cool, another Porsche, another 911, but what is it really? Well, this car is based on the 991 GT2 RS, sharing the same engine that makes 700 horsepower, made it to a 7-speed PDK transmission, so you know that this car is going to be quick as hell. This magnificent machine comes with a carbon fiber steering wheel, one racing bucket, that's right, you heard me, one racing bucket with an optional passenger seat, and that's about weight saving, not about the owner trying to steal the whole experience for itself, even though that could be the case. It also comes with a 6-point harness because after all, this is a track focused car, so you don't have to worry about the regulations that demand you have the basic seatbelt. And in my opinion, the center lock wheels look pretty damn sick. They come with, racing slicks, and stopping power shouldn't be an issue with this car because it has 6-piston aluminum monoblock racing calipers in the front with 15-inch disc and 4-piston 14-inch disc in the rear. The 935 also has anti-lock brakes with Porsche stability management, so you don't need to be a professional driver to take this on the track, even though you do have the option to cut it off if you so choose. Oh, and this car does come with air conditioning, just in case you were wondering. Now, I'm not gonna be one of those YouTubers that pretends to know the history and the ins and out of this car. Mr. JWW has a pretty good and insightful video online right now. You can check that out. He knows way more about this car than I ever will. But what I will say is, you can see from the fact this car has no headlights that this car will not be street legal, and I don't envision anybody modifying their almost $1 million limited production track car. But what I do see is a few GT2 RSs being modified to take on this exterior styling of this car. The GT2 RS isn't a cheap car either, it's actually quite expensive, so I can see a few of the base model for those who can afford that GT2 RS also being modified to look like this car. And in my humble opinion, I think Porsche should remake some of their other classic race cars for the modern track era. I think that would be a very interesting endeavor, something really cool to see. Even though I personally can't afford any of those cars, it would still be nice to see it. They have the heritage, they have the funding, and they do have the base people that would buy this car or any car like it in a heartbeat. And before I bring this video to a close, tell me, what would you like to see from Porsche? Would you like to see more of their classic race cars brought to a modern era, or would you like to see them come out with the latest, newest hypercar? I'm more of a hypercar guy, been into hypercars for years. I've tried to get into racing, but it's too much history for me to get into. I just don't have the time to read about or rewatch any of the older videos. But with hypercars, it's right there for me. I can look up the specs and understand some of it to a degree and get into it. So I'm more into them bringing out the latest hypercar so I can see it, and I don't have a problem with the track cars from Porsche either. I would actually like to see that as well. So I'm 50-50 on that end. And if you like these types of videos, subscribe to the channel if you want to. Hit that bell notification so you can get more videos like this. Likes are always appreciated. It really helps the channel a lot. And with that said, I like to bring this video to a close. So if you like the video, like the video. If you dislike the video, dislike the video. If you want to see what I got planned next, come see what I got planned next. I got a lot in store for this channel, and I really want you to be there with me. With that said, I'll catch you next time.